Chelsea football fans? This is Up Chelsea TV, and I'm Uga Madi. So let's dive straight into the video. Now, in today's video, we'll be talking about Xavi Simons, as Chelsea have made contact with the Dutch player, and the player, good news, is open to joining Chelsea. He's giving Chelsea the go ahead. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, discussions, club to club discussions would take place tomorrow, or would begin tomorrow, being Tuesday. So overall, good news. And we've also had some reports that the fee wouldn't be that crazy, relatively speaking, in footballing terms. So 60 million, below 60 million, in fact. So I think that's a fair price given the nature of the market, generally. And this is particularly where you're seeing players like Florian Wirtz going for 116 million pounds. You're seeing players like I forget the one, the Frankfurt forward. His name will come back to me. You're seeing players like that. Hugo Ekitike, that's the name, going for 95 million euros. You're seeing Buemo going for 71 million pounds. Fair enough. That's fair dues. That's cumulatively that's 65 million pounds guaranteed and 6 million pounds in add-ons for Buemo. So, but overall, I think that's a fair price. So you're looking at maybe 55, 57, maybe even 50 million pounds. And so overall, I think it's a good deal. Looks a good deal. But one thing I want to say is this: if you expect Xavi Simons to be that number 10, to be that winger, he's not even an inverted winger. I've seen people trying to say, have him play out wide as a winger, and then he will invert and cut into the box. No, because a winger, you expect it to go both ways. Even if the instruction from the coach is to invert, then you still, at some point during the game, you need to hold width. Because in the Premier League, you can't play as a winger without holding width. You can't play attacking football that is efficient and sustainable all through the season without having width. So for me, I think it's a 10, and maybe this then means for me that maybe Enzo Maresca is open to, from time to time, letting Palmer rest and having another number 10 in the building. So for me, I think that would work. Some other people have come up to say, he would invest from the left, and Cole Palmer would invert from the right. That the only way that works, you have your fullbacks overlapping. But Cole Palmer is more of a winger than Xavi Simons, and he's not even a winger in my opinion. So I've come up with this talk to say Xavi Simons would be the 10, while Cole Palmer inverts. That just doesn't make sense to me. I think it's good to have good squad depth, not just in terms of numbers, but in terms of quality as well. So I don't see any problem with having 2 10s, in my opinion. And then, of course, in the reports, say this move will be predicated on, outgoing. So I'm guessing with João Felix seeming like he'll be heading to Benfica, I think that gives you some sense that probably the move for Xavi Simons would happen. And then, of course, you have Atletico Madrid interested in Chelsea's left back. I don't know why I'm trying to blank on the names right now, but so Vega, Renato Vega, interested in Renato Vega, and so that just means that you're having more outgoing. And I also suspect that Nkunku could be leaving as well, though he had fairly decent performances in the Club World Cup. I don't still see him as Enzo Maresca's favorite, in my opinion, and I don't think he wants to play a big part role as well, because the World Cup is around the corner, and I think France will qualify for the World Cup. So if you want to be part of that French national team World Cup squad, you have to be playing, valuable minutes, not 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. The odd cup game, you want to be playing valuable minutes, so you want to be playing like minimum 30 minutes per game. You're only playing 30 minutes per game, and as it seems right now, this minute, I don't think Nkunku will be getting that many minutes under Enzo Maresca. So I think he could be another one that could be leaving. So if Xavi Simons is coming to join Chelsea, I think that's a good move, especially if he comes into play in a natural position as a 10, so, and to have that competition with Palmer. Now, I know everyone loves Palmer. Of course, why wouldn't you love Palmer? He has a cool personality, he scores goals, he produces on the pitch, he works hard on the pitch as well, but he's only human. He doesn't have engine oil flowing through his veins. He's actually human. So, and you need someone to take the burden off him in that number 10 role as well. And secondly, you also need someone to compete with him. And I think that will just raise his level, because there's no team on the face of the earth that wants to win big honors that will just have one top striker, no competition, have one top midfielder, no competition. You always have people that would compete with what I call the incumbent player. So I'm happy with Xavi Simons' link, but the only thing I want to put out there to fans, don't expect him to be a winger. He's got pace. That pace is better suited to him playing through the middle, ghosting past players through the middle. If he gets to play in that role, I think he would shine and he would thrive. And if Enzo Maresca decides for whatever reason he wants to go back to what he sold us prior to his becoming Chelsea head coach, which is playing with 2 10s, then I'll be happy with that as well, because it would be nice to see your Cole Palmer and your Xavi Simons, dovetailing and linking up, playing together, having that partnership in the midfield. It would be lovely, lovely to see. And then, likes of João Pedro or Liam Delap would indeed be in for a treat, as well as Nicholas Jackson if he doesn't leave, because right now, despite the fact that Chelsea valued Nicholas Jackson with about £100 million, no one has actually put in an offer for him. You're talking about Manchester United being interested, talking about other clubs as well being interested, but no one has actually put in a bid for Nicholas Jackson. So this season the transfer window could actually end, and Chelsea could have Liam Delap, João Pedro, Nicholas Jackson, and maybe even McGill still as strikers, but I know probably they'll be looking to loan out McGill. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on this Xavi Simons link. Do you think it's something you want to see happen? And where do you think he would fit in? Let me know in the comment section. That's the beautiful thing about football and football opinions. It's all subjective. You have your opinions, how you see things, and I have mine. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And at this point, I come to the end of the video, and I'll see you on yet another video. Stay well, stay blessed.